The Russian army has been unsuccessfully trying to storm Bakhmut for 4 months. Military of the Federation is destroying civilian infrastructure, shelling residential buildings with all types of weapons, including cluster munitions and incendiary munitions.
Look what the Russian world has brought. People used to live in peace. It's an ordinary residential area.
Bakhmut is a strategic position for both the Ukrainian and Russian armies. It can become a springboard for further offensive. The Ukrainian soldiers had a defense line there back in 2014. The armed forces of Ukraine successfully repulsed the attacks of the enemy. Therefore, the Russian military has every chance of staying winter in unfavorable positions in the fields near Bakhmut.
The enemy cannot take Bakhmut. The Russian invaders in the current composition are unlikely to be able to occupy it. The armed forces of Ukraine have absolutely every opportunity to radically change the situation in the area of Bakhmut and Avdiivka, namely to move from defensive to counteroffensive actions.
Several assaults a day are carried out here by the Russian occupiers, the eastern group of the armed forces of Ukraine says. The enemy pays a high price for his attempts to break through the defense of the armed forces of Ukraine. Hundreds of Russian people are killed daily. The Kremlin also needs Bakhmut as a rehabilitation for failures in other areas of Ukraine. The Ukrainian defenders say that the Russian army had several deadlines to occupy the city. All of them failed, thanks to the skill of the armed forces of Ukraine.
Creating the image of the second army of the world for years, Russia really cannot capture large Ukrainian cities like Solidar, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Vuhledar. The Russian occupiers are hitting the wall of Ukrainian courage and resilience, because our defenders and commanders are in very difficult conditions there, but they are holding this blow, and this is a huge blow to the image of the Russian leadership. Serhiy Cherevatый, spokesperson of the Eastern Group of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, on the air of the national telethon.
The Russian invaders launch unmanned aerial vehicles and adjust fire on Ukrainian civilians. Here people live without water supply, electricity, gas and heating. They cannot bury their relatives and neighbors for weeks because of the incessant shelling by Russia. There is simply nowhere to buy food in Bakhmut. Volunteers bring the essentials. The so-called liberators showed their true face long ago, local residents say.
It can be seen that the person liberates from our houses, liberates from our lives, helps us with shells, rockets and bullets.
Wagner private military company plays a prominent role in the plans for the occupation of Bakhmut. Mercenaries of businessman and Putin's cook, the owner of the Wagner PMC Prigozhin, should ensure the reputation of the boss as a commander. Kremlin propagandists are trying to create the image of the Wagner PMC as an intimidating and professional army. However, Ukrainian defenders know their true value.
The Russians use prisoners, that's right. But it won't last long, just a month, maybe two. The Russian occupiers have orders to proceed. If they don't, they will be shot.
About 10,000 people remain in Bakhmut. Mandatory evacuation continues in the region. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Yulia Bazborodko, UATV News.